And yes, indeed, it was another day for agony for the Golden Arrows and for Coach Saliu Salami, of course, Rafiu Salami and the boys as they lost to Cape Verde in the African Nations Handball League yesterday to Cape Verde. Good morning and welcome to Sports Recap on Hills TV. And I am Daniel Obasi.
Good morning and welcome. I am Aidan Lubem. I'm taking you through a tour of what has happened in the world of sports. Beginning from the local setting as usual, where ahead of Thursday's quarter-final clash against Cameroon at the Cup of Nations, the Super Falcons have arrived in Casablanca, Morocco. Of course, the Falcons media team confirmed their arrival on social media and revealed this on social media, where she said they arrived in Casablanca in build-up for the WAFCON shutdown.
A lot. I think when you look at what is happening with the Super Falcons and how they've been able to bounce back from that first loss against South Africa shows that this side are really going for the La Decima, which is the 10th trophy for them. So but for me, now they're going to a place where these Cameroonian ladies have been dominant. They've won one of them. Said the hotel, the field close to where the hotel where the Super Falcons stay are 45 minutes away, while the Cameroonian ladies are close to the stadium. So that is another factor. The Cameroonian ladies might just...
But where they finished second in Group C behind South Africa, who topped the group with 9 maximum points. And I'm talking about the South African team, the Bayana. They have their camp has been hit with COVID-19. Several of their players have left the camp, and the coach even confirmed that some of the players will not be making it in that game against Tunisia on Thursday. Is this what do you make of this?
A sorry state for me. A sorry state for looking at the fact that they've not been able to live up to expectation. But to go. They won the Super Falcons and that has given them so much momentum going forward. So I think for me, they still have players who can be able to replace some of those players that are hit by COVID-19, and let's see what goes on from there. All
right, still talking about the WAFCON. We saw a major ruling body on Monday evening release the team of the group stage, and all teams were represented except Senegal, who has no player in the team. Nigeria's winger Ajibade, who has 2 goals, featured alongside Ohale, who won man of the match against Burundi and was included in the list. Ohale and Ajibade making the CAF team of the group stages.
It's no surprise for me, most especially for Rashidat Ajibade. She has been tremendous ever since we lost to South Africa. The game against Botswana and the game against Burundi was tremendous for me, for her. Massive turnout in terms of the attacking flair. She scored a goal against Burundi, scoring the penalty kick. And the only player from the Super Falcons I'm really surprised not making the list is Alozie. And about whichever way, this is a good call. Hali and Rashidat in the CAF women's group stages for me is wonderful.
What of Ifeoma Onumonu?
Tremendous, but she needs to do more.
Of course, talking about needing to do more. Nantes winger Moses Simon and Copenhagen youngster Akinkumi Amo, yes, they really have to do more because they have been dropped out of the list of nominees for the 2022 CAF Awards. Simon was initially among the 30-man shortlist for the African Player of the Year, released on June 30, and Amo was shortlisted alongside 9 others for the Young Player of the Year in the men category. However, CAF on Monday released a final studded list of nominees who will now feature 10 players in the list, and of course the Young Players of the Year award was halved, and despite winning the Danish Superliga with Copenhagen, Amo did not make out the cut. Yes, AFCON winner Sadio Mane is set to battle it out with Riyad Mahrez and former teammate Mohamed Salah for the 2022 Africa Player of the Year award.
A lot. Moses Simon, I think, like I said before we came on the set, is the fact that Nigeria didn't qualify past the groups round of 16. Now, all of the 10 listed nominees for the men's player of the year, each of them at least got to the quarterfinals or to the semi-finals, and then Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane played in the final. So for me, we already know who's going to win it. It's going to definitely be, for me, Sadio Mane. Liverpool marvelous season, and of course with Senegal winning the AFCON for the very first time.
Of course, and of course in the coaches category we have Aliou Cisse, who won the AFCON with Senegal. Pitso Mosimane, Carlos Queiroz, that's the former Egyptian coach, Tom Saintfleet, and Walid Regragui. And those are the people that have been included in the list for the Coaches of the Men's Award. Of course, moving to other burning matters, the hope of the Nigeria senior men's handball team, Golden Arrows, were expected to bounce back from a defeat in their first game after they suffered a loss to Egypt. And of course, they suffered a second loss again to Cape Verde yesterday evening. Of course, the Nigerian side lost their opening game to Tunisia on Monday, 30-18, despite putting up a wonderful performance. They also had to play Cape Verde on Tuesday evening, but found their opponents a very, very difficult side to defeat.
I think for me, like I would always first of all put it all out there. Preparation, good preparation means good performance.
Yes.
Now, you can't go up against someone like the Cape Verde side. They've been camping in Portugal for the past 3 months. Now, the Golden Arrows camped only for 1 month. And the pros, the so-called pros, came in 2 weeks to camp it.
Yes.
Before the tournament. It shows how much. Now, even the coach is a foreign base. He doesn't stay in the country. So a lot is coming on. And the question is, when do we get it right? When do the Nigerian side get it right in all as even in football, we are struggling. Now, for me, they have done their own parts. Apart from the fact they will say they tried in the first quarter, at the end of the day, still end up losing. So go back to the drawing table, get it right, and then now the question would be how much budget is given to these people to prepare, because preparation has to still do with what? We'll be able to get the finances, the accommodation for camping. Now, what is the ministry doing? What is the federation doing to make sure that these players are comfortable in camp?
All right, moving up to the international scene, Wayne Rooney, former Manchester United legend, and of course the Three Lions midfielder, has agreed to return to Major League Soccer side DC United as the club's new head coach. England's record goal scorer Rooney, 36 years, stood down as Derby County manager last month after guiding the Rams through a tortuous period in the club's history. His first job in management saw him lead the club through administration and relegation to League One, and spent 18 months in Washington at DC United before joining Derby as a player coach in 2020.
Of course, a good one for him. Probably building up the CV, and let's see what he can be able to do with DC United. All
right, still talking international stories. Robert Lewandowski, yes, the Polish man, has arrived for his pre-season medical at a Munich hospital, along with other Bayern stars on Tuesday, even as Barcelona continue to be linked to the Polish striker. At the end of May, Lewandowski said it was certain that his story with Bayern had come to an end. Meanwhile, Barcelona have expressed an interest in a 34-year-old striker who has twice been voted FIFA's Men Player of the Year. And of course, according to German media, Barcelona made an initial offer worth a guaranteed 40 million euros, but have since increase the amount.
They will definitely know they need someone like Lewandowski. They really need him at the moment. But the question is, Bayern Munich are not really to let him go. Now, the player already on personal grounds wants to leave. Now, the club are holding him for. We see almost the same, differently. Chelsea have agreed with a deal with Leeds United, but the player Rafinha is not ready to go to Chelsea, but he has decided to go to Barcelona. So a lot is happening in transfer, and it also still has to do with the players' dream. Players are need. He wants to play in a particular club. He doesn't play. Even if the club chooses to sell him, he wants the same thing with De Jong, with Manchester United and Barcelona. A lot is happening in the transfer market. The question is, who gets who at the end of the day? Of course,
talking about transfer speculations, as Chelsea, who were able to sign a Manchester City attacker, talking about Raheem Sterling, are still in talks to sign Napoli defender Kalidou Koulibaly and Manchester City centre-back, that is Nathan Ake. Thomas Tuchel's side have been left short in central defense after the departures of Antonio Rudiger of Real Madrid and Andreas Christensen to Barcelona, both on free transfers. The Blues are hopeful of signing both Ake and Koulibaly. Meanwhile, Raheem Sterling's move from Manchester City is expected to be confirmed in the next 48 hours.
I think a good one. The Koulibaly deal is almost done and dusted. Koulibaly has agreed personal terms with Chelsea. Now, Napoli wants more. Napoli wants around 40 million euros at the moment. They want a little bit bigger offer for him. Now, Chelsea have tabled only 35. Now, they want it to increase up to 40 million and all of that. But Koulibaly has agreed personal terms, and Chelsea need a defender. That is just the big question, and I think they will go all out to get someone like Koulibaly.
All right, before we go, let's quickly let you know that Egypt has appointed a new coach, of course, after the sack of Ehab Galal, after failing, and of course, the two coaches talking about Carlos Queiroz and Galal were both removed from their jobs and replaced with Victoria, who is a Portuguese tactician. That's the much we can take on Sports Recap this morning. I am Ainan Lubem.
And also congratulations to Manchester United for defeating Liverpool 4-0 on the first game in Erik ten Hag era. I am Daniel Obasi.
Thank you for watching.